Hey guys, welcome back to Hands On channel. Today I thought I'd show you how we installed this on a steel building. Alright guys, whenever I originally did this install, I did this myself, and when I did it, it was my first garage door opener I had ever installed before, and not only that, I had never installed one in a steel building, or even seen one installed in a steel building. So I tried to search Google and YouTube, and I couldn't find anybody doing basically what I've done here. So I thought it'd be beneficial if I climb up here and show you guys how I attach this thing. I'm using a Chamberlain half horsepower unit here. It's been a pretty good machine. Once in a while you have to tighten the chain up, but that's probably the same with all of them. But basically what I had to do here, because my roof truss, my ceiling truss ends here. So I can't, obviously it's in the wrong spot to mount the motor onto. I was hoping I'd get lucky and I'd be able to mount it right on this thing, but it was in the wrong spot by about 1.5 feet, 2 feet. So what I had to do was make this with, I used that Unistrut stuff, as you can see, and I just made a little rectangular. I started with a rectangular frame at the bottom here, and then I put these gussets on up as high as I could get them, or close to it, to give it a nice solid purchase on this truss here. So that thing is totally attached. I used some pretty large sheet metal screws to do that, quite a few of them. To keep her all locked and loaded here, and I haven't had any problems with this thing. It doesn't move at all. Works great as we're using it. I haven't had, again, not even a single issue. I haven't even had to come up here and tighten any bolts up. I mean, this thing's just been fantastic. If anything, once in a while you have to tighten the chain up, but that's all of these chain-driven machines like this. So, yeah, guys, just trying to keep it quick here, but I wanted you to see that there are ways to do it. And the reason I'm making this video is because I couldn't find anybody even giving any illustration of how they even hung the thing on there or how to even do this. So, some shops have a ceiling here. Regular garages have a ceiling here, so you can mount all your stuff on that. So if you've got a regular garage with a closed ceiling, you shouldn't have any problems. But if you've got a shop like this, a big steel shop, and it's just a skeleton ceiling like this, a frame ceiling, then you're going to need to figure out a way to attach that. So I thought this might be beneficial to you if you're in the same position that I was in, where you're like, how in the heck am I going to do this? So anyways, as you can see, I just ran a power cord over to power it off my outlet, but yeah, that worked out great. These brackets here, these smaller ones, came with this garage door opener, but all these I had to purchase. So guys, hopefully that gives you some ideas. And down here on the other end, I had to get a little creative to attach the thing, and I'll move the ladder and show you that. And on this side, you can probably see you have to have the end of this track here has to be the same distance or the same depth or real close to it as where the door is. And you can see I put another piece of that Unistrut on top of the door just to stiffen that up and give it some more strength there. But what I had to do was build up right here. I put a couple of those Unistruts together. Maybe you can see it there better. I screwed them together, and then I had to put a little kicker back there to get out to this section right here. Of course, there's not as much going on here. This is just an anchor point on this side. So you need to make sure, of course, it's really strong, but it's not as critical as that other side over there. It just needs to be level and in line. But yeah, it's totally doable with this style of garage door opener. That's a Chamberlain half horsepower. That's the way I mounted it on there. I have no regrets. It's worked out great. I only put the one in. I didn't put one on my second door over there, but mainly this is where my wife parks. So I wanted her to be able to come out here and hit the button and not have to raise the door up manually. So, and if you're curious, That's called a skylight ridge cap. It's got some pros and cons about it. Maybe we'll do another video about that in the future, but it does let a lot of good light in here, and it's pretty cloudy day today. So, all right, guys, let me know in the comments what you think about this. If you've got a project like this you're working on, share it with us and let us know what you run across. All right, appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see you next time.